Right, everybody, we're back. It's been a while. We've been really busy, haven't we, Gareth? To be honest, I mean, you've had the Estonia Euro Tour recently. I've been doing loads of doing all my little drills and training exercises and all the rest of the stuff. But yeah, I mean, you've managed to get in Felix, haven't you, tonight? Felix Vogel, because I know
Yeah,
you met him at
absolutely,
the
mate.
Euro
I went
Tour
out to
recently.
Estonia, and he's one of the little prodigies. Just
Yeah.
glad to have him on, and let's get him on and see how he's doing, mate.
Yeah, no, it's going to be brilliant actually. So what I'll do is I'll get him in here. Let me just do that, and we'll
Yeah.
get him in. There we go. Brilliant, Felix. Are you all right?
Yeah,
Hey,
hello
Felix, how
guys.
you doing, man?
I'm
Thanks for
fine,
coming
yeah.
on. Yeah,
Thanks
thanks for
for the
coming on.
invitation. Yeah.
No, it's brilliant. We like get everybody on. I mean, it's great hearing everybody's little stories about how they started off, what they're doing, where they want to go in the future. Yeah, it's really good. So, yeah, Gareth, kick us off here. I mean, I know, like I say, you met Felix in Estonia, wasn't it? Couple of weeks, well, about 3 weeks ago, was it, on the Euro
Yeah,
Tour?
I met up with him last year, and we had a couple of little interviews. If anyone wants to look back on our Facebook, I couldn't not notice his talent. I think he was 15 then, and he was probably about 4'6", probably. He was only small. He's not grown very much, but my word, has he grown in talent. I watched him in Estonia, and he told me how well he was playing, and he wasn't wrong. So, Felix, congratulations to you. Can you tell us about your Estonia, Felix? Tell us about what happened out there, because it was absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, thank you. The Estonian trip was unbelievable. My thinkings from the start to the end were just really good. And yeah, I started very good in the tournament and continued playing good. And it was all good. I felt comfortable, and yeah, my confidence was there. I was just very satisfied with my game.
I mean, is that probably one of your best results on one of the Euro tours, Felix? Because I
Yeah,
mean,
definitely.
you took down some good players on the way to that final. I was watching. I mean, you played some really good players. I mean, and it wasn't as if it was a week. I mean, there was a lot of strong players in that tournament. Of course, so it was a really really good result to make that final. And I mean, what was the score? What was the score in the final? Because it wasn't. I mean, was it 8-6 or something, or 9-6? I think. What
9-7, yeah.
9-7. Yeah, I know it was
Yes.
close. So, I mean, a couple of shots here and there, it could have been a victory for you. I mean, it was
Yeah,
really,
sure.
really good. I mean, so how long have you been playing then? I mean, because I know you're not very old, are you? I mean, how old are you?
Yeah, I turned 16 in the December, and I'm playing for 8 years now. I
Oh, wow.
started playing on a box because I was very small.
What's this
Uh,
box? Oh, box as in
on a
standing on
box,
a box. I thought you meant like
yeah,
box billiards or something for a minute there. I was going to
on
say.
this box, yeah. And yeah, I started with my dad in the lowest league in Germany, and then yeah, I got better and better, and changed club, and yeah, did the next move to a better club, and yeah, I improved.
When did
Yeah.
you start noticing that you were becoming a good player, Felix? When you was about 10 or 11, or even earlier than that?
My father noticed pretty early that I could be a good player because I was pretty talented, he said, and
Yeah.
yeah, it was the
Quite early.
talent was there, and yeah, I had a coach luckily, and yeah, I got better than
What age did you have your coach helping you out then? Because a lot of people, I mean, I know there's a lot of players out there that they never use coaches because they just kind of think, well, I'm pretty happy with the way I'm playing. I feel like I'm at the right level. But coaches can really obviously bring your game on. But how old were you when you started having coaching then?
pretty early because we had a good coach in our state
Yeah,
in Hessen in Germany, and yeah, therefore I think after 1 year or 1.5 years, I got a good coach and practice with him every 2 weeks.
yeah,
And
yeah.
yeah, my parents drove me to the training location, and yeah, I'm very happy.
That's brilliant. I mean, did you ever bump into any of the top German players when you were sort of learning the game and all that? I mean, like obviously, I think it probably would have been Torsten back in there the day.
Okay, yeah.
uh, you got Ralph, of course. I mean, you got Joshua Filler. I mean, Moritz now, of course. I mean, did you ever bump into any of them players when you were up and coming, practicing and getting the coaching? I'm sure you would have been still entering little, tournaments and things. So,
hmm
did you ever come across those guys?
Yeah, sure. After I was nominated for the national team squad for Germany,
Oh, brilliant!
it was for the youth squad.
Yeah, yeah.
I was like 11 or 12, and they were
Oh
also
wow.
there. And yeah,
So, were
I
you
had the
playing?
pleasure
Were you playing in? Well, if it was the youth team, I mean, yeah, I don't
youth
think
team.
Joshua Filler wouldn't have been in the youth team back then, would he? I wouldn't have
Uh,
thought
no, he was in
he was in the main team,
adult
wouldn't he?
team. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But I bet you. I mean, it was still good though, wasn't it? I mean, you'd have been rubbing shoulders with them guys, probably practicing here and there with them,
yeah,
playing
yeah.
racks with them. I mean, that's
It's
got to be a good learning
yeah,
experience as well
yeah. It's
for you, of
an
course.
mhm.
Brilliant stuff. Yeah, I mean, what gear are you using to play with? I mean, what cues have you got then? I mean, have you got any sponsorship and things? I mean, let us know because we always like to give your
Mhm.
sponsors a shout out. So who have you got helping you out with that?
Yeah, I'm officially sponsored by QTech and Dynamic Billiards, and
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I'm. It's an honor for me to play for them and use their cues, and yeah, I'm very
Mhm.
happy. And
So what
I
Q Tech
wanna.
Q are you using at the moment then?
I used I think it's named Chain van Beuning,
Oh,
the
the
dark
Shane Van Bonim.
the
Yeah,
dark one. Yeah,
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
and
okay.
the
yeah.
breach as a breaker, and the propel
Oh,
too. Yeah.
yeah. Propel. Yeah, yeah. You
Hmm.
jumped in. And I guess it's a carbon fiber shaft, isn't it, on that Q, the Shane Van Bonim one, isn't it? I don't know whether you can choose as well. Probably we can't. But have you got a carbon fiber shaft? Is it?
Um, I really
Yeah.
don't know.
Well,
Yeah.
is it
Black.
black? Is it black?
It's black, isn't it? Black shaft.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think it's white.
it'll be
I
the
think.
carbon. I mean, I'm still the wood man myself.
Uh-huh.
I've tried a few shots with a carbon
Yeah.
shaft, and they're just a bit too stiff for me. I like the flex and the feel of a wooden shaft. I mean, I'm still on the old Predator shaft myself, but who knows? Maybe in the future I might swap it over. But
Mm.
what about Dynamic Billiards? I mean, no, you said they sponsor you as well. What do they do anything for you as well? I mean, just obviously help fund you the tournaments that you're playing. I mean, because they're the guys that make the tables as well, aren't they? I mean, I've got I think it is, isn't it? Do they do the tables,
Yeah,
Dynamic Billiards?
dynamics. Yeah.
Yeah. Too. Yeah.
Because
They are in
I've got a
cooperation.
Dynamic 2. I've got a
Uh-huh.
Dynamic 2, and it's one of the best tables I've ever played on, to be honest.
Yes.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
but there's a 3 now, isn't there? Dynamic 3, which they use on the
Um.
Euro tours as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Could be.
yeah, yeah. I'm not. I don't, do they still use the 2s on the Euro tour, Gareth? Do you know?
No, I think it's just. I think they've just brought the threes out now. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're really up to date with all their stuff.
I
That's
mean,
what
the
Felix
brilliant
was doing.
tables. Yeah.
That's what Felix was doing, enjoying them tables in Estonia, just taking them all down. Felix, who did you tell us some of the names that you beat in Estonia? It's unbelievable. Start from what you can. I know you can remember all of it, but please tell us some of the names you beat.
Yeah. First, in the first round, I had a walkover. Then,
Yeah.
directly after it, good opponent from Kosovo. His last name was Markay.
Okay.
And yeah, it was a really tough match in the first. I was fastly 4-1 down, and after that, I didn't make any more mistakes, and I managed to win it closely, like 9-7, I think.
Yeah.
And then I won against Tobias Bongers from
Yeah.
Germany too.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, also strong player, really
Strong.
strong.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then in the winners qualification against Candela, Francesco.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh,
Yeah. Yeah.
both matches 9-8, so very close. And then I was in the last 32, I think, yeah. Then I
Yeah.
managed to win against Roberto Bartol
Yeah. I
um,
don't know him. I don't know him.
from Croatia. He's also a good player.
Yeah.
And yeah, I played really good. And was constantly at a level.
Which
And then
it's a
on,
great feeling. I mean, when you win on a
yeah,
hill match, it's a
yes,
great feeling because
yeah,
it gives you that boost as well, doesn't it? Because you're thinking to yourself, well, I got over the
mm,
line. It was a tough game or it was a close
yes,
game, and then it gives you that boost for the next match. But
yeah,
to have a couple of games in that tournament where they were really close and hill like that, I mean,
hmm,
it's a great confidence booster, isn't it? I mean,
yeah,
and
yeah,
like it's from what Gareth was telling me. He says you were playing really well. I mean, he was sending me messages on the WhatsApp. Oh, he's Felix. He's playing really good here. He's going to go all the way, and well, obviously you did. I mean, you got to that final. And yeah, I mean it's brilliant. So, when is the next Euros? Is that going to be the next main tournament now for you, Felix? The next Euro Tour event, or is there anything before
the
then?
next bigger tournament, yeah. I
Yeah.
will play Stella Artois Open in Belgium.
Oh,
That's
Stella
Yeah.
Artois
Is that
Open.
an invitation, Felix?
for
Is
what?
that an
Sorry.
invitation tournament, or can anybody enter
I
that?
don't know. Anybody can play it
Oh, okay,
Oh,
right,
okay.
okay.
in Belgium.
And that's in Belgium, is it?
Yeah,
He's
it's
getting ideas now.
in
Look, Gareth is
in
he's
two
coming
weeks.
Yeah.
along now.
So
So
Felix,
when is
tell us
that? Well, when
what
is that one? Just out of interest, that
yeah.
Stella. When is that, Felix? Next month?
In 2 weeks. In 2 weeks.
Oh, in 2 weeks. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Brilliant. Well, we'll certainly look out for the how you get. Are you feeling confident on that one? I mean, you got to be feeling good after that last Euro tour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel good, but yeah, it all depends. My game depends on the mindset and
Well, I keep
if
saying to
if it's good.
everybody, I mean, the mental game is the biggest thing. I
Yes,
mean, we all know we can
the
play
big
the
thing.
game, but if you can't do it when you're under the pressure because you're struggling mentally, you can be the best player in the world, but if you're breaking down on shots, and
Hmm.
let's be honest, we've all done that before in matches, probably, haven't we?
Yeah.
But it's just you've got to push through it, get over it.
Mm.
So what about your practice? I mean, how long? Well, how often do you practice then, Felix? Because obviously you've got to be practicing to be playing as well as you are. But how much do you practice a week?
Yeah, it depends on if I play tournaments, I play more, but normally 1 to 3 times per week.
So
Mm.
how many hours a time would that be? Like a couple of hours or something each session?
Um, 3 4 hours because of school and I play also football and
Oh,
yeah,
brilliant!
the time just is enough for this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So what have you since joining the youth team, Felix? What have you won so far? Because what top you got so far?
What titles?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What have you won? What have you won
Mhm.
so far in the youth division?
In the youth, first I won the German Championships youth, I think 6 times now,
Oh,
and
wow,
Oh,
that's a
wow.
good one then. Yeah.
with the team competition we won totally 5 times at the European Championships, three
Okay.
times
Yeah.
singles and 2 times team. And at the World Championships, I was fifth 2 times. Yeah.
You was
Brilliant.
fifth 2 times. So was that in Puerto Rico?
Yes, there was my first time, and
Okay.
then in
Yeah. So
Klagenfurt the second time.
in
Yeah.
where was second time?
In Klagenfurt, yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
What's your biggest sort of dream, Felix? Your biggest target or your biggest goal, biggest ambition now with your pool itself. Have you got any What's your biggest sort of thing that you want to achieve?
Yeah, I definitely wanna become a pro, and yeah, I will work for it. And yeah, first I wanna end the school, and then I wanna go the pro way.
Yeah.
You want to get yeah. I
Well, I
think
think
the amount of talent you've got is you're destined to be a superstar of this game, Felix. You know, if you
Yeah,
just if you keep your feet on the ground and you listen to mum and dad, you're going to achieve so much in this game. And stay away from the girls.
mhm.
Yeah, I mean, I think, I mean, a lot of people have said, "Oh, I'd love to play in the Moscone Cup." That's a good
Yeah,
dream for a lot of players, isn't it? Such an experience, isn't it? I'm sure, pressure, the excitement. I mean, I heard today. Did anybody see this today? I mean, Johnny Archer was thinking about trying to have another go now to play one more Moscone Cup. He's going to try and get back up to speed so he can try and get in the Moscone Cup team again.
Oh, so
Um,
he's after a
yeah,
wild card then.
well, I don't know. I mean, he sounded like he was trying to play his way in, to be honest, and do it the right way. Playing
Yeah.
tournaments, get up through the rankings on merit. It'd be good to see him back in it. To be honest, I mean, he's still going to be a good player. But yeah, that Moscone Cup, obviously, it's the pinnacle of American pool, isn't it, for a lot of people?
yeah,
Great event, Christmas time as well, and it's just getting bigger and bigger each year. And of course, the game itself is getting bigger with obviously everything Matchroom are doing. They've obviously announced the big tournament, of course. Is it the Qatar
Saudi
tournament that
Arabia,
just
isn't
Saudi Arabia one, isn't it? Yeah,
it? Mm.
$1 million prize money, I think, in total, maybe.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
have you got any ambition to try and qualify in that, Felix? There must be some way of getting into
Um,
that through merit qualifying. Surely you might be able to work your way into that one.
it wasn't planned for this year, but if there's an opportunity, um, maybe yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, take it down. I mean, great. Let's say way the game's going at the moment, and it's good to see that Matchroom and the WPBSA have sort of seem to be coming to a little bit more of an agreement. I think, don't they now?
Yeah, it seems
We'll
to, doesn't it?
wait and see how that all pans out as we go along, I guess. But
Mm.
yeah, so great, really. Game's going
Mm.
in the right direction for a change. But
Mm.
yeah, I mean, with these Euro Tour events, are you going in the next one, Gareth, or not?
Yeah, more than likely. Now that it's all opened up, I can go. I can enter all the tournaments really, the Matchroom and the Euro Tour events. Yeah, so yeah, I'm more than likely to go. So you'll be in Austria, Felix? Yeah,
Yeah, I will be.
yeah, of
Yeah.
course you will. Yeah, that's what you're saying. Yeah, Felix. What I was going to say to you is, when you practice, have you got a routine that you play with other players? Do you play alone? What's your method for practicing?
I always. Mhm.
Because your coach. Do you still have the coach?
I don't really have a coach now. I practice always alone. Um, yeah, I have a room for myself in my club, and yeah, I practice alone, and we have national squad training with the German national team 4 times per year. And yeah, now I will try to practice alone with the national squad trainer to get a bit
Yeah,
better,
yeah,
because
because
squad training is not uh, so good. So it makes you not really better because it's a squad, and
yeah,
the coach doesn't look only at you, and
Yeah,
that's what you need to improve.
yeah, sure. Because you heard Matt say earlier on that Matt spends a hell of a lot of time not only on the drills, but he does a lot of mental stuff. Do you practice? Do you practice mental stuff, staying strong that way, Felix, or is that just natural to you?
The mental training, yeah, it's hard because I'm alone, but I have a good father, and yeah, he's like my mental coach.
Oh, that's a
yeah,
good answer. Good
yeah,
answer.
yeah. I mean, do you ever feel the pressure like that, Felix, in match? I mean, I think a lot of younger players don't tend to really let it get to them, the pressure, because just life in general is a lot of pressure for everybody these days. I think so. Playing a pool match and whatever, I don't think it does affect some of the younger players like it might do with the older players. But do you feel it? I mean, like that Euro Tour final. I mean, did you feel nervous or anything when you were playing any of the shots, or did you just sort of get on with it?
Sometimes, yes, but most of the time, I need the pressure to be better, to play good, and yeah, it's about the mindset too. If you play good or not, because if you think you are the best, You aren't, yeah. I'm not the best,
Well,
but if you
nothing
think
wrong
it,
with thinking that,
Yeah.
being like that way. Yeah, definitely.
yeah, if you think it, you play better, and yeah, that's all about it.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
there's no point in thinking negative, of course. I mean, look, there's so many players out there that they might get a shot, and it might be a difficult shot, it might be an easy shot, and there's nothing worse when they're queuing that shot. They're down on the shot and they're thinking in the mind, they think, "Oh, I'm going to miss this." I mean, people think like that. "Oh, this is a tough shot. I might miss this shot." You never think like that ever. Just think, I've got a chance. I'm going to take it. I'm going to pop the ball. Why think negative, but people do
Yeah, yeah,
sometimes, don't it?
Mm.
So yeah, try and remain positive all times, no matter what the situation. Even if you get hooked by your opponent, they've played a really good safety.
yeah,
It doesn't matter. You're still at the table. You can still
yeah,
do something, maybe. Yeah. It's
Yeah,
such a good
In
thing.
my case,
Yeah.
give them ball in hand.
Yeah, Gareth's just given ball in hand before he's even got down. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I can't get out of that. Just have the cue ball now. But
Mm.
yeah, it's such a good thing to work on for your mental game and things. What sort of How do you practice? I know you say you practice on your own, but what do you do to practice? I mean, do you just throw the balls around and pot them wherever, or have you got sort of ways you set the balls up to take them out and things? I mean, how do you actually? Because a lot of people get bored when they're practicing on their own. But how do you go about it then? What do you do?
yeah. I start with some straight shots to uh, be confident with my stroke, and
Yeah.
yeah, so on. And then I go on a high score, straight pool high score,
Oh,
always.
what's your best run then? You got to let me know now you said that.
One day before the Euro Tour, I got 182.
Oh, that's good.
Uh, that's my
Yeah,
highest so far.
brilliant. Yeah,
And yeah, then I do some exercises from nation squad,
yeah,
and yeah, I play also against the Ghost, 8 ball, 9 ball, 10 ball,
yeah, yeah.
and yeah, practice break, sometimes jump shots, and
Yeah, I
that's
think
Yeah.
a
all.
lot of people don't tend to practice the break-off shot because whether they can't be bothered setting them up all the time and and
Hmm.
all that sort of stuff. But yeah, a lot of people probably don't practice enough as they should with the break-off shot.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
on the Euro tour, did they break off in the box yet or not, or is it still the old
It,
traditional way?
it's it's a traditional way.
Yeah, yeah. Maybe
Yeah.
that might be something that'll be coming in the future as well. And who knows? We'll have to wait and
Hmm.
see. But yeah, I mean, practicing on your own, like say, if you can do it, great. I mean, that's what I do. I mean, I'll set these drills up. Like my way of practicing. I'll get like 9 balls, the one to the nine. I'll put them on the table in some sort of stupid order, and I'll put them
Hmm.
all into one pocket in order. Um, and I love it. It gets me focused. And if I don't
Hmm.
do it, I'll just say it back up straight away, and I'll keep doing it and doing it until I get it. And
Yeah.
it's great. And I get it on the camera, gives me the extra incentive, to focus. It's a great
And
way
then
of
he puts
practicing.
the video up on YouTube.
And I put it on YouTube, and I say, Gareth, I bet you can't do this. And he just goes, No, no, I can't actually.
No,
But
I have so much trouble doing drills. I just like
yeah.
breaking the 9 balls open and just playing 9 ball.
Yeah, I mean,
But,
that's all right. Get your arm loose, nothing wrong with that. Throwing a few balls around and just
mm,
putting them around here and there to get your arm, like you say, your stroke out, get you going. But yeah, I mean, doing them exercises, like so, I think it's just took my
mm,
game to the next level.
mm,
I love it. I do. But that's sometimes what you need, though, isn't it? Sometimes you need little things in your game that gives you a little bit of a lift, whether that is doing a drill or whether it's changing your chalk, changing your glove, just changing things up sometimes it definitely can give you that lift sometimes just to or an edge as some people like to call it, don't they?
Mhm.
But yeah,
mm.
yeah.
Let's
um,
just touch on something. Just want to go back to what Felix was saying about the national team, the juniors. Felix,
yeah.
what players that play on the Euro? They all must play on the Euro tour. But what players are in the same age group as you that play on the Euro tour?
Uh, I think no one from the national squad youth team play Euro Tour, but some guys who just went out from the youth, like Hugh Madonna, Dennis Lashkovsky.
Is that the one?
Luca
Is
Man
that the one with the
also.
little beard, the tall man?
Yeah. They
Okay.
just went out from the youth, and they played Euro tours. Also very good players.
Yeah.
Yeah, some good players, and the girls are the German girls are very good, especially Ina. She's brilliant, isn't she? Ina Kaplan.
Yeah, she's.
She's a very
Have you
good
played?
player,
Have you
isn't she?
played with Felix or not?
We meet sometimes on tournaments or on practice.
Yeah, because her
Yeah.
husband's a really good player as well, isn't he? When we were talking
You're
last year, he
on,
was saying,
yeah.
yeah, Jorn,
Yeah, he's
he's a really good player as well. But
very.
he kind of stepped aside and let her
Hmm.
go her own, take it forward with the pool, and he sort of took a step back, didn't he? Really
Yeah.
nice thing to do. But yeah, I mean, both fantastic players, of course. But yeah, I mean, as a nation, I mean, in Germany, if you did want to go professional after you finish school,
Hmm.
will they help sponsor you in any way with that as as a country? Because I know like people do get sponsored by your country at some time. I mean, is that something that they will do or not, or do you just have to rely on like your other sponsors to help out that way?
Yeah, the country supports you if you are in the men national squad or women
Because we
national
had a chat
squad.
with Ina about that as well, didn't we? And I think she was saying that yeah, you got to be in the national squad
Yes.
because she was saying it was quite competitive to stay in that squad.
Yeah.
Because obviously everybody's fighting out for the sponsor. So who's in? Do you know who's in the national squad then as a professional player at the moment?
Um,
Obviously, you
in
probably
the moment,
and
uh, from Germany, I
Moritz
think there's
Müller.
Stefan Kaspar.
Yeah,
Uh, like I said, Hugh Moderna, Dennis Laschkowski, Luca Men.
yeah.
Yeah.
Also Lars Kukan.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Lars is a
Uh-huh.
good player, isn't he?
Yes, he is. He plays with Niels and Mark in Oberhausen, where the
Okay.
national squad training is.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
yeah,
So people like
um,
Suke and Homan, do they get and Villa? Do they get any help national team or not? They don't. Not that they need it, but do they? Is there any sponsorship that they get from the federation?
I'm not sure yet.
Okay.
Because now because they go the matchroom way, and I don't
Oh,
know if Germany's supports this. I'm not sure.
Okay.
I can't say.
Okay. Okay. Oh well. Well, Felix, you're coming on. You're coming on very, very well in your game. And what the
Thanks.
trigger that made when again we're just talking about Estonia. When I saw you in Estonia, it was very early when I spoke to you, and you said
Yeah.
to me, "Oh, Gareth, I'm playing really well." That was very early in the tournament. What had been going on for you to be in that frame of mind? Was it your practice, or was it more the mental side that you knew you was playing well? Or was it a bit of both?
I think it was the mindset because from the first match, uh, I thought I'm able to win against all players when I play my best, and yeah, it worked. And I practiced much the days before,
Yeah,
and I changed my food preparation a few days ago, and
oh,
yeah, it made me feel better, and yeah, I felt very comfortable with the game, and I I try to act like a professional on the table and off the table.
yeah, that's important as well.
Yeah.
To be that way. Um, and it's kind of, I mean, look, that tournament, you played a lot of matches, obviously, to get through to the final. It's quite draining as well, can be, from a physical and mental perspective, because you're playing a lot of matches, especially if there are a lot of close
Hmm.
matches as well. It
Yeah.
can be quite tiring, physically, mentally. So, staying in good physical condition
mm,
does help as well. And I think you say you play football as well. Of course, that's obviously going to help with a bit of physical fitness for you as
Yeah.
well, which, like I say, it is important. I mean, do you think that helps you out physically, being fit to play in these things as well?
Yeah, definitely yes, because yeah, I have football, and I play like 3, 4 times per week,
Yeah.
and yeah, I didn't feel any mental broke or some weakness before the final. I just yeah, got better and better.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I watched the final was a game of two halves. You played fantastic in the first half, and in the second half, Daniel played very well, didn't he? He took
Yes, yeah,
he took his 5 minute break, and he came back and he really played well, didn't he?
yes. In the first breaks, my break was very good,
Yes,
and he did some mistakes, and I used it and
you
went.
punished him. You punished him heavily.
hmm But then the game turned around a little bit, and
Yeah,
yeah, my break was a bit worse, and
that's what
then it
caught. Yeah,
was
you're right, Felix. That's what it was. Your breaks wasn't as good as the first half.
yes,
And then you let Daniel, because I think you went. I think you was 4-1 or 5-1. I
4-1,
think.
yeah,
Yeah, and then that second half, your break didn't. You done a few dry breaks, I think, if I remember.
like 2 or 3, yeah.
Yeah, which cost you dearly, and then let
hmm
Daniel back in, didn't it? And so it
Yeah.
was a great thing to watch, Felix. You got such a great career ahead of you, man.
Yeah, thank
Yeah.
you.
You really are. And
It's funny how little things like that can turn a game. I mean, you're saying you were 4-1 up, and then all of a sudden something's happened, and then before you know it, it's 4-all or 5-4, and it's funny how that happens sometimes in the game. And sometimes it is just little things. Maybe, like you say, you had a few dry breaks that Daniel capitalized on,
yeah,
and it's little things. But like we're saying, having that mental game and things is great because it's still those little dips in sometimes in matches. And by the like I say, it was a close match. It was 9-7, so you didn't let it get to you by the sound of it, which is it's good, especially from a young age. When you're playing,
hmm
you're able to do that sort. And like I say, if you keep it going, as Gareth's already said a few times, you've got a great future lined up. I mean, what's your favourite game though? Is it football or pool?
Um, some years earlier
Because I'll
ago,
let
I
them
would say
tell you now.
football, but now definitely pool.
Yeah, yeah,
uh-huh.
Uh, yeah, but pool is about the small things. Just one mistake and you lose. And but
yeah. It's
the main
brutal.
thing
It's
is to stay
brutal
positive. Yeah.
sometimes, isn't it? It's a brutal game sometimes, Paul. You could be like say playing the best you've ever played in your
Yeah.
life and still lose a match.
Yeah,
It
hmm
happens, and but picking yourself up from them sort of
hmm
situations, it makes you a better player overall, and allows you to go on to bigger and better things. Of course, which obviously you got time on your side. Us old guys, we're running out of time, so we've got
I'm an
another
old
10 or
man.
15 years, haven't we, left, Gareth? Maybe, but
Yeah, I think
Felix
so.
got probably another 50. But
Yeah, that's
yeah,
right. Yeah. Mm.
but no,
Uh,
look, well, Felix, I mean, it's been great having you on. Thanks for coming on. Me and Gareth are certainly going to be watching your progress as you're going forward. We're looking for big things from you from that next tournament you were saying in a couple of weeks. We'll be watching you for on that one. And just another one, have you got any plans to go in any of the matchroom events coming up? Like, I mean, obviously the UK Open is going to be a big one for us over here. I mean, any plans to try and qualify for that?
About the UK Open, I'm not sure
Yeah,
if I have some time for a qualifier event, maybe yeah. But for the European Open, yeah, pretty sure I'll try to play it.
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, well, it's yeah, brilliant, isn't it? I mean, the production and the nature of those events, they're just getting stronger all the time, aren't
Mhm.
they? Which is great for the game. So yeah, brilliant. But look, thanks for coming on.
Yeah.
It's been
Thanks for
great.
coming on,
And
Thank you.
Felix, and
Mhm.
yeah, thanks for coming on and sharing
well,
your
yeah,
short career, Felix.
Thank
yeah,
you too.
yeah. No, it's been good. And like I say, we'll definitely track your progress, and we'll put it up on a page as well once you've you've done in these tournaments and things, taking them down, take some down. we'll be
Take
putting
him
it up.
down like a buffalo.
Yeah. Okay. All right,
Okay,
Felix.
Felix.
Okay.
Good to
Thank
see
you
you,
too.
mate. I'll see you
Yeah.
soon, Felix.
Yeah,
See
brilliant.
you.
Okay. Thanks.
Bye. Bye.